come for a sail on the Duyfken. It's based at the National Maritime Museum in Sydney, Darling Harbour. You'll have a blast.
After nearly a month away from home, we're on the final stretch of our journey, sailing the Duyfken back from Hobart to Sydney.
We're about 40 k's off the coast of New South Wales. Fantastic. We're heading north. Despite having a beautiful trip across Bass Strait, it was lovely. We had a ghastly night last night. We got bumped from pillar to post. Everything was moving. We even lost our baked beans. That was disastrous.
Baked beans all over the floor.
They went everywhere.
Spectacular.
Yeah, but it was very bumpy and really hard on the helm. It really was a great workout.
But it's eased off today a bit, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yes, it's eased off. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. There's a spring in the air. We're home in a few days.
Hang on, I didn't see any birds singing. Hang on, where What else is different about sailing tall ships?
You don't have to cook your own food, and so you get time. And it's amazing not to cook. It feels like it's a restaurant. And Paula is just 3 stars chef.
In these seas, the Duyfken's rolling quite a bit, and the only way to do the washing up is sitting down.
This is the life. Cruising along, 7 knots, nice wind, blue sky, sunny. What more could you want?
Yeah, so it's Wednesday afternoon, about 4:30. Just come on watch for the 4 till 8 o'clock watch. We're powering along, doing up to 7.8 knots. We're about 40 nautical miles off the coast. and sometime tonight we'll be level with Jervis Bay. So we're absolutely powering along. Such a beautiful afternoon too. Probably 20 knot breeze, something like that. We're just past the bulk carrier, so there are a few ships around, but you don't see that many. Been glorious sailing for the last 3 days. We did have a rain squall this morning, which was a bit different, but apart from that, it's been really good. Chris, what do you reckon's been the best part of the trip?
Under sail, just the feeling and the quietness of being under sail on a ship at sea. So noisy on steel ships. This was just gorgeous.
Because you're ex-Navy, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I did 30 years in the Navy, and steel ships are the go. Buzzers and fans and everything. This is just gorgeous. Nothing like it. Recommend it to anyone.
Well, good morning. It's about 9:45. It's Thursday, and we're still heading along. We're probably almost opposite Sydney now. We're going to go all the way up to the central coast with the southeasterly wind, and then we're going to turn, and the southern current should push us back towards Sydney. We're still, I don't know, 40 or 50 nautical miles off the coast. We're a long way off the coast, avoiding the current. And there's a good breeze out here, as you can see. All the flying fish this morning. A bit hard to see on video, but they seem to be everywhere. So the plan is now probably to get into Sydney on Friday early morning-ish. The idea is to join up with the James Craig, which apparently is already in Pittwater. They're much faster, they've already got there. And the idea is then we can come to Sydney Harbour together sometime on Friday morning. But it could all change.
We are going 015, which is north. Fun times.
And have you had a good time? Has it been a good adventure?
It's been an awesome adventure. Highly recommend.
What's been the best part of the trip for you?
That's a really tough one.
Yeah, well, we always start with the hard questions and we get easy ones later.
I'm not a politician, so I can't get out of this. Best part of the trip, probably surfing down waves that were half the height of the poop deck in the middle of the night under full canvas and hitting 8.5 knots.
Yeah.
Is pretty phenomenal.
Sailing at night time is pretty magical, isn't it?
Night sailing is magical at the best of times when you add 35 nautical miles offshore and 30 knots of wind and massive waves. It's just a whole other ballgame and it's phenomenal.
The rhythm of the ocean soon gets into your blood and determines everything you do, including tightening the mast wedges.
Well, it's about 7 o'clock on Thursday evening. The wind has died down and it's swung round to the northeast. So now we're making our way back towards Sydney, 40 nautical miles away, it's a long way. The idea being we'll get there first thing tomorrow morning.
And as our last night at sea gets closer, it's time to reflect on what a great adventure this has been.
What's the most favourite part of the trip so far for you?
I think sailing at night. I've never sailed at night in the ocean. Just seeing the stars and the swell, fantastic. It's a sort of magical experience sailing at night. I really loved it. So it's about 6:30. Sydney's inside. The idea is to get through the heads probably about 7 o'clock, but I think we might be a bit later than that. It's a beautiful morning. There is rain over the northern beaches, as you can see. There's a couple of ships around. Very pleasant.
Coming into Sydney Harbour, there are mixed emotions of happiness and sadness that the adventure is now over. This has definitely been the trip of a lifetime for me, and if asked again would I do it? Absolutely. But if you want to experience sailing a tall ship without going all the way to Hobart, come and join us for a day sail on Sydney Harbour. I guarantee you'll love it.